Hello, this is King Dryboo, and I want to explain the misconceptions people have with the online experience of this game. For people who don't just, do it offline, of course. The full experience of Elden Ring and the other From Software games, Dark Souls games, the Bloodborne, Demon Souls. If you don't know, you have the ability to summon people to do cooperative play, or be summoned to help someone through the game. But one big thing that you can do these games that a lot of games don't have is the ability to invade, or pretty much the ability to go into someone else's game who they're cooperating through the game and try to beat the game, and you can go in there and try to kill them, pretty much forcing a PvP battle between you two. This mechanic in these games have a very large negative stigma with them. At my first playthrough in Elden Ring, I decided to do it with people this time around instead of playing it solo. It was one person I had with me hated invaders, and he had a lot of things that a lot of people who don't like invaders say. He pretty much said that invaders are only there to ruin other people's days. They're toxic, they're gloaty, that he shouldn't be able to go and have to be forced to fight invaders. That invasion should be turned off, and why can't he just go through the game and play through with his friends and not have to go and be forced into PvP with some idiot dual-wielding Reich spears causing madness procs, right? Well, the reason why he has this strong, passionate hate for invaders is that in other games, this doesn't really exist. In other games, you have your co-op, you have your PvP, or you have a game that is supposed to do one or the other, and you have the option to do one or the other if it has both. So why are you, someone who's trying to play through the experience of Elden Ring, this challenging game with all the classes and different weapons, with your friends, have to deal with the invaders? That idea right there is the biggest misconception of what the online experience actually is in these games. And it's confusing because this is very special to these games and don't really happen in any other game. To best explain this misconception, we have to go back to when these games were niche and had a much smaller fan base and wasn't as big as it was today. I'm talking about Demon Souls. For the PS3 version of Demon Souls, if you look in the back of the game, it says that you have the ability to co-op with people. However, right next to it, underlined, and I think had an exclamation point as well, it said that you have the ability to invade another person's worlds. Now, this is very interesting because they pretty much emphasize that this is an important part right next to the part where it says you can co-op with people. This duality of both PvP and PvE has always been in every single one of these games. If you do one, you do the other. If you decide to put yourself in a state where you can summon someone, or in Elden Ring's case, if you actually summon someone, you can be invaded. With the complete picture now shown to you, you can now understand what you're actually playing when you do the online experience. So instead of now hating something that you feel is unnatural in this game, that ruins your experience, that stops you from going through it, at least you can understand, even if you don't agree with it, even if you hate it, even if you think it's stupid, that this is actually part of the game. With that knowledge now, we can step away from saying things like invaders go and all they do is just ruin my experience, and they stop my experience, and they stop me from playing the game with my friends, and stuff like that. Now you have the full picture. They're not something that ruins your experience or stops your experience. When you summon someone in co-op, they are part of the experience, and it's something that you have to actually actively take as a threat. The same way you go and you deal with something that comes unexpected in the game. Maybe you teleported somewhere in Elden Ring and there was like a boss there you didn't know about. These invaders are a surprise in the same manner. Like with different opponents and bosses in Elden Ring, you have to equip yourself, get the necessary amount of skill, knowledge, and know-how to be able to repel and kill these threats. If you're a person who does not want to do this, who does not want to get better in PvP and repel against actual people, your options are to not co-op, to co-op and hope you don't get invaded, maybe run away from them or something, or to go and have your phantoms do it. But just like in the actual game, when you have your phantoms do too much and you're actually forced to do something on your own, you'll be vastly unprepared and killed. Now, if you're unable to kill this opponent because he's much more skilled, prepared, or all the above against you, and you're not able to set up some sort of deal with him because this is an actual person, and then he just goes and keeps killing you, right? Luckily for you, this is an open world game. You can go somewhere else, explore around, not to deal with that one person, and probably by the time you get back to that spot, you won't run into him again. And you run into some other guy you might be able to go and deal with. With practice comes perfect, which is pretty much the same thing with everything in the game. Now, if you're still on the I hate invaders and why should I deal with them and I shouldn't have to deal with them boat, then either you gotta play this game by yourself, or if your intention was to play cooperatively with someone, and you're still saying this at this point, this is really just not the game for you, and that's what it comes down to. These games, while popular, still have very unique mechanics like this that not everyone would like. But it's these mechanics that made the community strong, and that's the next point I want to explain here. Like with any video game, you play it because you enjoy it. But there'll be people that don't enjoy it, that don't like the experience that game has. And that's okay. At the end of the day, the video games are for the people who enjoy the video game. While there are invaders that actually do invade to ruin people's days and to gloat, invasions in general come from a place of passion. People who are obsessed with this game and want to play more of this game and really like the combat of this game and really like the variety of this game like doing invasions. Now, the reason why I argue, at least, is part of the reason why, not the only reason, but part of the reason why the community got so big, and is because of invasions. Because at the end of the day, you're going to play this game, you're going to play it a couple of times, and then you'll beat it, and that'll be it. Leaving the last part for you to do is some sort of self-imposed challenge run if you're obsessed with the game that much, or more likely you dive into the PvP and the invasion part of the game, which a lot of people did. It's because these people are going in and still playing the game even after they beat it, enjoying the chaos and the freedom of invasions that kept people interested in the game for so long, because there are still people playing, becoming so interested in the game, and showing how fun the game could be with the PvP, that channels that center around the PvP, top 10s, kind of like the Sunlight Blade, happened. Naturally, someone who's beaten the game and is done with it and just moves on to the next. Probably won't look up anything about it, like on YouTube, for example, and someone who's actively actually still playing the game, doing the PvP, experiencing the fun and the magic of the game, right? And because of this, that's where I think things like lore videos got so much attention, because you got a lot of people still actually playing the game. Now you have this community who is passionate and dedicated, and is slowly growing, looking at these videos, and the view goes up, and then they go get recommended, and you got more people looking at this up, and you got more people playing the game, and they get passionate about it, and they beat the game, and they want to play more of the game. You got more people playing the game, and then you got even more and more and more people just piling up. I argue the reason why we have the Souls games as a subgenre in the first case, and it being so popular, and we have all these games, is due to the passion of the community, the lore, the top 10s, the challenge runs, everything. And I argue the reason why these things got popular and big in the first place is because we have people watching it, of course. And I don't believe the people who beat the game, play it once, put it down and go into the next, are going to be very interested in these type of things. They're not going to be very big in developing the community. No, the community starts with passionate people who are playing the game. The people who are going around doing these challenge runs. The people who are going and making a bunch of builds for PvP and actively playing the game and actively having fun in the game and learning different things in the game and getting better in the game. I can understand the hateful stigma towards invaders, because the misconception I just explained, of course, naturally they kill you, and people don't like losing. At the end of the day, invaders are just extremely passionate players, and because they stick around way past their first, second, or third time playing, invading worlds and trying their best, they're the lifeline of the community, and the reason why such a little niche game became such a powerhouse that gained its own subgenre in gaming. Anyway, if you like my video, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified when I make more videos, and comment what you think. I will actually read comments. I'm very interested in what you guys think, what I can do better, and what you liked about the video. Anyway, I hope to see you guys next time.